right, welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today we'll be discussing about Inter Milan. They have won the Serie A for the 20th time in history. Oh, sorry, 20th time. And yeah, man. And this is also the first time that they won the Serie A against their rivals at the Derby. Wait, how do you pronounce it again? It's like Derby Madonnina?
Derby della Madonnina.
Yeah. So congratulations to Inter, man. Shout out to Inter, and they're the best team in Serie A.
Forza nerazzurri.
So yeah, very very happy. I'm happy for Inter, and it was fully deserved, man. And you have to give Inzaghi a lot of credit here, because coming in this season, I think a lot of Inter fans had low expectations this season. Like, you had sold so many big players this summer. You know, you had sold Brozovic, Onana, Lukaku, 3 big players. And it was going to be difficult, And then you brought in Sommer, Pavard, then you Thuram, man. So a really good transfer business from Inter in the summer window. And Inter won the Serie A. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bailey. I mean, how are you? Most Inter fans were pessimistic coming into the new season, right?
Yes, until the Pavard signing. The Pavard signing really boosted the confidence.
Yeah. And I think because I think when you ask people, like the general people of the Serie A, which team you predict to win Serie A, I think most people picked either Milan or Juventus. I think those were the 2 most common answers. And Juve, and I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we'd have a very tight race with Inter, Juve, and we all know what happened to Juve. They fell up after Inter beat Juve. It obviously went downhill, and then Milan, they just fell apart. So yeah, basically, I think Inter, man, they definitely won the Serie A in a very dominant fashion. You have to give them a ton of credit. So Bailey, man, how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm not doing so well personally because I am a bit sick right now, but football-wise, I'm doing great. Wonderful. I might not sound so enthusiastic, but that's because I'm a bit sick. I apologize. But numero 20 has been what's called been achieved. The second star, La Seconda Stella, has been achieved. Wonderful job by Simone Demone Inzaghi. I hate that nickname, but it is what it is. But besides the point, he did the job. That's what matters at the end of the day. Oh, Minecraft. That's what matters at the end of the day. And number 20 is here. That's what matters. Yeah, I appreciate your support in the comments. But besides
I hope you get better.
What matters? Thank you very much. I'm a bit sick. I got sick a bit yesterday, but I'm not. But besides the point, I'm still incredibly satisfied and delighted with this achievement. La Seconda Stella has finally been won after 2 attempts. The first one was good, but unfortunately unfortunately it was thrown away for no damn reason. Then we also have last season, although Inter failed to didn't even try to didn't even attempt to go for the Scudetto, and now this year, which is the way better achievement. And finally, Inzaghi can be called a real manager. I've seen some Inter fans in on certain social media platforms like Discord, Reddit, and so on. They said they would not call Inzaghi a real manager or a real master until he wins the league title, and he's done it at last. He's achieved that, and now's the perfect time for him. He finally deserves some respect, and it's good from his point of view, but also from the players. This is an incredible boost. You have players like, as you mentioned earlier, Pavard, Thuram, Sommer, They were only brought in during the summer transfer window, but they've been excellent replacements for their counterparts from last year, from the previous season. And they've managed, pretty much every player has managed to find good chemistry with one another. But most importantly, the striking partnerships between Tula, as it's called, Thuram and Lautaro Martinez, has been very fierce and fired up this season. Last few weeks, they've not been at their best, but at least they delivered today, especially Thuram. Lautaro had a good opportunity in the first half, but he missed that. But it is what it is. What matters is that Inter won, and today's a day to celebrate, of course, if you're an Interisti anywhere across the globe. Numero 20 or number 20 is finally here, but most importantly, La Seconda Stella is Inter's. We now have 2 stars on our badge, which is important. Juventus still has 3, Milan has 1, but at least we are above Milan now just to catch up with Juventus, and then we are there. But what matters is that Inzaghi has done his job. He gets the most credit, but the players also deserve a lot of credit. Yeah, exactly as Eric says there, or Balkan, shall I say. Yeah, his form has definitely dropped a lot, but what matters is that when he was vital and decisive, it led to this, what happened today, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. And yeah, pretty much every player has performed their asses off this year, and oh, damn, yeah, they've worked their asses off in the league, not so much in the Champions League, but even prior to the round of 16. But during the Serie season, the league season, worked their asses off. They dropped a few points here and there, but the vast majority of the games they won. That's all that matters, and they won the big games. I think every single big game was won by Inter this year against every opponent.
Impressive.
Against the Juve, Milan, or the Devil Club, Satan's home, and what else? Atalanta, Lazio, Roma, Napoli. Inter has beaten every top team at least once.
Yes.
Because
shout
Inter
out to
yeah.
I want to give him some special shout outs. So shout out to Sommer, who's been excellent this season. What a goalkeeper signing. And also shout out to Chalanahu, man. I think Chalanahu is one of the most underrated players in this Inter team. This guy is so amazing.
Yeah, I would say
fantastic.
He's the key to the whole team. He's the one who unlocks the entire team, especially the attack. But he also does. He does control. Exactly. He basically controls the tempo of the game.
Yeah, so he's basically the replacement. He's basically the replacement for Brozovic.
Yes, and he's done excellently there. He controls the entire team. That's what's important.
And you know the thing. The weird thing is that he's not even traditionally a CDM. He's a cam, and he's inverted to a CDM.
Yeah, and he's excellent in that role.
Yeah, Fratesi, another player that you got to give a shout out to. I think this guy's like scored super. Yeah. He scored a lot of game-winning goals, like the last-minute goals. I think to win you guys the game.
Against a few weeks ago against Udinese, he scored a late goal. I think in the 92nd minute. I could be wrong, but Davide Fratesi, he was meant to be a substitution player for Nicola Barella because they both play in the same position. Although Fratesi can play on the left and right side of the central attacking midfielder position. And yeah, he's even though he was meant to be a substitute, he's done incredibly well. He scored very, very vital goals. Even scored against Milan in the 5-1 battering. But what matters is that he performed when it was needed. He delivered when it was needed, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Who else can we give? Pava, I would say the best defender in all of Calcio this year. Yeah. Definitely, by far, I cannot think of any other one. Zomer as well, although I do have to give some kind of, not critic, but there was some minor problem because Zomer actually, although he kept a lot of clean sheets, and that's to his credit, he has a very strong defense around him. so that also helped
Yeah.
him accomplish the amount of clean sheets that he has throughout this whole
Yeah.
season. So
DeMarco, amazing.
the defense also needs to get a lot of praise for that.
Yeah, DeMarco.
DiMarco, he's not a defender, but he's done excellently. There's a reason why. There's a reason why Inzaghi trusted him since he was on loan to certain clubs in the league and throughout Serie A and Serie B. But finally, he's performed himself. He's proven to himself. He's proven not only to the manager, the players, the fans of the club. He's proven mainly to himself that he's capable of great things. And as a man, you need to not only prove to others, but to prove to yourself that you're capable of doing pretty much anything. And that's what DiMarco has done throughout the last season and the year before. But this season, he's been, I would say, one of the top 3 key players to get this team going and start the engine of the vehicle and jump starting a car. Basically, that's what he's like. He's the one that's starting the engine of the team. And although Çalhanoğlu is technically the engine, but DiMarco is usually the one that first attacks the opponent. So he definitely gets a lot of credit. He defensively is not too bad, but he's mainly the attacking winger, and that's what his job is. He's mainly going to tackle what are they called? The right wing defenders, I think that's what they're called. He's going to target them a lot. He's going to give them hell. He's going to torture them a lot, and he won't stop until he gets what he wants, and that's what he wants is to contribute for the team, whether it be a goal or an assist or in general, just to contribute for anything that will bring the team success. And that's what matters, team spirit, and every player had that this year when it comes to the league, not so much in the Champions League, but when it comes to the league, every player had that. This year I cannot think of a single player that didn't have any spirit nor will to push for this achievement, and it all paid off. All that hard work paid off, and you also have players like Bisek, a new signing, but amazing, wonderful gem discovered in Denmark in Aarhus. But he's been. It's his first season. He scored 2 goals, but this is definitely a huge step for his career. Hopefully, many more years to come.
Yeah.
Nerazzurri colors for him. Who else can? Carlos Augusto, great substitute. Usually brings out the Brazilian samba and dance into the team. Of course, the Brazilian Joga Bonito is there through him. And
Joga Bonito.
Yeah, also we have the I'm forgetting here. Thuram, I would say, deserves probably the second most respect out of anyone. He contributed to a vast majority of the goals. So does Lautaro Martinez.
Thuram was amazing.
Serie is definitely still in his, I would say, prime, so-called prime. Darmian deserves respect. Incredible amount. The thing with Darmian is he's never played a terrible match from what I see. He's usually an average player. He plays like a beast, but on average he will score 6 or 7 on the sofa score and that stuff. Ratings, he usually gets 6 and 7s per games. And it was excellent all season. Mkhitaryan, still good. He's completely washed out, but he still did his job. Then, what else can we say? Alexis Sanchez, terrible, but Bastoni, on the other hand, he's proving why he is definitely one of the top left backs in the world, and why he definitely is capable of many great things. And I could go so on and so on, but I would say those are the most notable players. Dumfries as well has been pretty good this season. He's played like many Interisti will agree with me. He's played like Maicon, especially during the during the Mourinho era, when Maicon was at his peak. That's what Dumfries reminded me of this season. Lautaro Martinez, the captain of the team, definitely deserves respect. although he's missed a lot of opportunities throughout the season in all competitions, but he delivered this title and achievement, and that's what he gets credit for that, definitely. And I would say those are the main ones.
Yeah, let's go through
They
that.
deserve the most respect out of anyone. And of
Should
course,
we
the
go through the
manager
comments?
Inzaghi, if you'd like to.
Okay. Bulgarian Map says our second star. Bulgarian Map said, let's go. Patrick Miller said, congratulations to Inter. Second Serie A title in 3 years. Crazy. Mashal says, hi, and congratulations to Inter Milan. Bulgarian Map said, get in. Those Milan rats.
Yeah, those, I won't even call them rats. I would call them little demons that are sent from hell by Satan, and they're being corrupted.
Okay, let's go to Inter. Let's go to Inter. But yeah, I mean, but crazy, man. You win the title at your rival's place. It feels really good.
It's not really a rival's place. It's technically our.
No, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
It's only when one is so called the home team. That's only because one club has a certain amount of fans more than the other. That's what it's called when.
I know it's the same stadium, really, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Like it feels good to win against rivals.
Yeah, Milan only had more fans in the stadium. That's the only difference. But otherwise,
yeah, I remember I remember last season, Barca won the title at Espanyol. I was going crazy. I was getting so happy, amazing. Now we just have to do it against Real Madrid. It'd be really funny if Barca wins. You know what, guys? It'd be really funny if Barca wins La Liga against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Oh my god, that would be so insane. I would go crazy.
There might be a chance in the future for that.
Yeah, Doodle's like 2 stars. We replaced Onana very well. Yeah, like yes. You know the crazy thing is, like, Sommer might actually be better than Onana at Inter.
Yeah.
What he's doing.
Yeah, definitely. I would say they're on par, but Sommer definitely statistically is better. But still, with his feet, I think Onana is better with feet than Sommer is. But Sommer is better at shot stopping. Sure. Stopping and saving opportunities. Sommer is the way better goalkeeper in that regard.
Doodle said, to be honest, this was divided. Bulgaria picked Inter. Personally, lots of Inter fans I spoke
to. I was confident even before the Pavard signing. It's just that a lot of people, from what I saw, especially in Uncle Sharma's Discord server, a lot of people waiting for the Pavard signing to happen before they could assume anything. And that assumption was if Inter could challenge for numero 20 or the Scudetto.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I think the general consensus, I think maybe you know this better than I do, but I think from like non-Serie A fans, like just in general, I think Milan and Juventus were favored more just because Milan, look at the transfer window they had at Juventus, they have no European football, so you know.
Although I would say it's a bit mixed. I think there were still quite a lot of people that chose Inter to win the league, but. What matters more, not only transfer window, even non-Inter fans. I saw a lot of them chose Inter to win the league. But but transfer window means nothing if it's not used well. That's the main takeaway. And not having any football, intercontinental football as well, is also a big factor. If you don't use it to your advantage, then that means nothing as well.
Yeah. Doodle says after our transfer, say get well soon, bro. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Balkan says next year treble. Martinez form dropped so much, but it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Balkan says get well soon, and Balkan says Sebastian Heidi. Where is Sebastian, by the way? I sent him the link. I don't know if he's gonna join.
He's eating his own shit. I don't think you should have invited him, but
no. I mean, like I sent the YouTube stream. I didn't send the Streamyard link. I just sent the YouTube
stream. Okay, yeah. All right, my bad. But he's definitely eating his own crap right now.
I mean, shout out to Inter, man. Fantastic achievement, and it's crazy, man, because a lot of the players you brought in this summer, you probably don't miss them. Like you probably don't miss Lukaku that much anymore. Thuram probably outshone Lukaku.
No, of course, Lukaku is no hatred towards Inter. He must not be mentioned to any Inter fan.
Okay, then obviously you have now. I think it's a bit too reactionary to say Chalano has done better than Brozovic. I think Brozovic for me, I think Chalano has to do more. You know, but Cialanoglu's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, Brozovic carried Inter during the Banter era, so Cialanoglu still needs to do quite a bit more, but they're both equally good in my eyes. But Brozovic during the Banter era was carrying Inter's midfield, so Cialanoglu still needs a lot more work to do, although he's been quite good. Skriniar as well, yes, fucking asshole. But we don't talk about those. We don't talk about those cockheads. So Pavard is clear, definitely. Benji Linterista, definitely. The way better than that Slovakian piece of shit.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys also sold Streamyard. I forgot about
that. He sold. He was lost on a free transfer. But Skriniar was lost on a free transfer. That's the problem. He wasn't really sold. He wasn't sold at all, but he was lost on a free transfer. And but still, we don't give a shit about him. Benji Linterista of La France is way better than Slovak piece of shit. And I'm saying this as a Slavic person myself, but yeah, it's definitely Dzeko is really.
Oh yeah, Dzeko. I forgot you guys also sold Dzeko this.
Dzeko was not. He was not sold. He was lost on a free transfer. He was lost. His contract expired, and
yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked to have seen Dzeko at least one more time to keep some more Balkan energy in the team. Unfortunately, there's no Balkan players except for fucking Aslani. No hate or anything football-wise, but he's still Shiki Peri in my view, and I don't like Shiki Peri, but and Albanians. But
okay, let's not get too bad. Let's not get political.
It's not political. That's national. But
let's get back.
All right. Okay, let me speak. Dzeko would have still been nice because he would have definitely added a bit more goals to the side. He would have been useful, I think, even in the Champions League. Although he's all this fossils, he's still quite. He still would have been pretty good because Alexis Sanchez was ass for most of the year. So. And Marko Arnautovic is a Serbian, just like myself. But okay, I don't give a fuck, Tari. It's just wonderful that this team, besides those two backup strikers, it is still wonderful that this team has managed to cooperate very well with one another, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Teamwork matters more than anything else. So, and that's what delivered the title, and also the brains, the intelligence level of IQ level of Mr. Simone Inzaghi pulled through in the end, and that's what gave us the Nerazzurri our Seconda Stella and our 20th title. And now also. I forgot to mention, but Inter now has one title more than Milan, so it's also another reason to celebrate.
20 titles.
And Milan has 19, so we're back to being above Milan, still on the pathway to get to Juventus's level, but eventually it will happen.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on, Billy. All right, so Doodle, man, give me your quick thoughts real quick, and then we're going to round off.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a lot. I mean, I was already watching this stream, so, but yeah, I mean, Billy already covered everything. But yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of Inter fans that I spoke to at the start of the season, we were actually confident. Like, because we thought that, okay, you know what, the players we signed, we actually are spending money this time. We can probably push for the Scudetto or at least win it. Because the thing is, nobody expected Napoli to have this kind of a fall off. Like, we all knew that, a lot of people knew that they probably would not defend their title, but nobody expected them to have this kind of a fall off. So it kind of felt like, okay, it's probably going to be a race between the big three of Italy, if you say it. Now, for a while, Juventus was on toe-to-toe with us. It was like what changed it really was when Inter defeated Juventus at the San Siro.
I would actually say even before, sorry to interrupt, but even before that match, I believe Juve drew 1-1 with Empoli before
Right,
they
yeah.
played with us in the Derby d'Italia.
Yeah.
That gave them a bit less.
And
bit
Milan's
less
hopes,
boost.
if we're being real, Milan's hopes ended after we beat them 5-1. Like that game pretty much ended Milan's any kind of hopes, because after that they were just inconsistent for a while. I mean, this season I still think Milan personally will finish in the second place over Juve. But as for Inter, I mean, now the only thing we can really hope for is maybe if we win the next 5 games, we can finish on 101 points, which will not beat Juve's record of 102 points. But with that being said, but me personally, I really don't care about it too much. I'm just happy that Inter finally won the title. We're on the 20th Scudetto, and now, I mean, I think the next season, I think we will be up there to try to defend it this time. We have not defended a Scudetto since 2010. Last time we defended a Scudetto is like we won it in 2009, and then we won it again in 2010. And since then, we almost defended it in 2022, but we sadly lost after the infamous Bologna game. But I think also for Inter, not only should this be in my opinion, not only should the goal be defending the title again, but I think now we can probably look more towards, eventually becoming one of the best teams in Europe again, and eventually maybe in the future we can once again challenge for the Champions League, because I think that's going to be the ultimate goal for Inter if we can continue on this trajectory, and if we can trust Inzaghi to bring in the players that he wants. I know that we might have some departures this maybe we will have in this summer. I know that, but I think that I think we're going to bring in good players anyway. And I think that Inter can still go back to back next season, because personally, obviously we still need to see like how Juve and Milan react, because Inzaghi is going to stay. A lot of these players are going to stay. There are going to be some new additions. Maybe there are going to be some departures, but Inter's pretty much going to be the same as this. And I don't think we're going to have as big, if we even lose the Scudetto, I don't think we're going to have as big of a fall-off as how Napoli had. I think that was just a dramatic moment. But yeah, overall, Inter fans, everyone is really, really happy. With the 20th Scudetto, I know the Juve fans are going to disagree with that, but aside from that, I mean,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, like at the end of and the fact that Milan and Inter both had 19 Scudetti during the season, and the fact that Inter beats Milan to win the 20th, that is so poetic. And the fact that this is also the first time ever that Inter has defeated Milan in a Derby della Madonnina and have won the title. So this is a historic result nonetheless. And I mean, I hope that we kick on from here. And I hope that have a great season again next season. I hope we improve on our Champions League performance from this season.
Absolutely.
The Champions League campaign this season was disappointing. And now that we're the Italian champions, I think that we're gonna need to look towards improving on that, and probably pushing deeper into the Champions League. But yeah, I think overall, great day, great season. We deserved it. I think a lot of people, it was coming. It was definitely, I think it was expected, but we Inter fans were still anxiously waiting for the day it finally happened, and it has finally arrived. And now we can basically chill in the last 5 games. And yeah.
It's so sad that you guys almost went the season unbeaten. Only 1 loss this season.
Yeah. It's just it is what it is. What's ironic is during that time we actually weren't really playing well. Like that was the time when we were just kind of struggling, and then I think we had an international break or something, and after we just kicked on and just continued dominating from then on. But
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys this question. Do you think that Inter could establish a dynasty here in Serie, after winning this, or you think it's a bit too soon? I'm asking this.
I don't think it's going to be like the Juventus 9 years thing, because I don't think that's ever going to happen again. I think even because that was just that, for that to happen, Inter first of all has to be like a complete world power. Inter would need to get all the best players, and Juve and Milan, everyone else would have to be completely garbage. And I don't think that's ever really going to happen. I think at most we can, if we win it again in next season, maybe we can win it again for the third time in a row. We'll see. I don't know if that counts as a dynasty or not, but if it's like Juventus kind of dynasty, I doubt it. But as long as Inter remain consistent in winning the Serie A, I think that should still be fine, like in my opinion. I just don't,
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, like, because I'm looking at the other Italian teams, like, and I agree with you, Doodle. Like, for me, it's really these three. I don't see Napoli doing it. I don't see Roma doing it. And I think, like, I'm not saying Inter's going to definitely do it, but I think if there is a team from Serie A to, like, if I had to bet for one of the three teams to do Dynasty, I think Inter have the best chance of the three.
Because the thing is, for you, I mean, you are going through a big transitional season. And they have been they have honestly been like in
underwhelming.
Yeah, underwhelming for how long now? Milan had that Scudetto season, but then we obviously saw like last season not great, and this season they're probably gonna finish second, but again, no trophies. Like for Milan stands, even that's still not great.
Yeah, it's just terrible. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, what do you think, BLE? Do you agree with Doodle that Inter could like do a dynasty, or you think you're not so sure? Like, I want to know what you think.
And I am a bit doubtful about that. I don't think that is possible, or it kind of is possible, but as financially speaking, that is practically impossible to achieve that kind of thing. It wouldn't be impossible to do. It's just I don't see it happening. It's very doubtful.
Yeah,
a lot has to like fall into our place. As I said, if we win, like if we create a dynasty. That for me, that would be like winning 4 Scudetti or 5 Scudetti in a row.
Yeah, 4 in a row.
Like for what Juventus did, that's not happening because that's just by then. I think if it's not Juve or Milan, I think by then some teams will emerge. And
I like for me, like a dynasty is like 4 in a row. You have to do 4 in a row to be dynasty.
Yeah, 4 in a row. We've done that before. We actually did that right before we fell away into Banterera. So it has been done before.
Yeah, and I think your guys are right. I think it's a bit too soon. I'm asking this, and so we probably should wait until next season. Let's see if Inter could do back-to-back first, because as you,
I think that next season, I still think overall next season will probably be a bit tougher because defending the title is always really tough.
Oh yeah, it's
always tough. I do think as of now, like obviously we still gotta see the summer. I do think either will be challenging though. I think we will probably still be challenging. We could still definitely go back, but again, it depends on how Milan and Juve and other teams respond. Because I think I'm predicting Inter to still be kind of pretty much the same as this season. Yes, some players will leave. We will buy some new players. And I think we're going to look towards defending it. Inzaghi, I think Inzaghi has finally won a Scudetto. He finally does it. Like this is one trophy that has always evaded him, even at Lazio. And like the fact that he has finally achieved it, now we just really got to see now what happens. And financially speaking, Inter's finances obviously, have been pretty bad for a long time. Although these 2 years definitely have not been as bad. We're definitely recovering a bit more. There is obviously regarding the ownership, there's going to be decisions made in May. So we got to see how what that unfolds about that. But I think Juventus are not as big financial as the same financial powers they used to be. Like they're not, they can't really buy so many players again. Milan are fine financially, but the problem is like, their problem is that they are not really able to go into the market and like spend like a lot. They're just financially stable club-wise, not that they can really buy players. Roma are hampered by FFP charges. Lazio, and Napoli. Napoli's going to be in the dumpster fire this summer.
Yeah, it's really down to 3 teams. It's really down to 3 teams. Okay, let me go through the comments. TJ said hello 8744. Congrats to Inter Milan. Relax, I was getting too political. Yeah, maybe we got a little too much on that, but let's move on from past that. Unfortunately, someone will have to get sold this summer.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
That is what worries me. It could be.
If I had to bet on it, I think it's going to be Thuram. Now, if you the reason is he has a 90 million release clause. Now, to be fair, if someone, let's say, comes in with an 100 million offer for Thuram, I feel like Inter probably will consider it. 100 million euros is a lot, by the way. Like, but the thing is, I really don't want him to leave because I don't want to go back to the days of Lautaro just trying to be a solo striker because Dzeko I respect Dzeko for as good as he was, like in his prime. I mean, the Dzeko we had, he just couldn't link up with Lautaro at all. And Joaquin Correa, I mean, less said the better. And Arnautovic, even more less said the better. But I mean, the way like Thuram this season obviously hasn't been faultless. Atletico game comes to mind. But he just he added that extra dynamism that Inter have been missing.
Oh yeah.
I think overall, like it's gonna be really, but like if it happens, I mean, we move on. I guess like we cry about it for a day. Then it's just if I had to predict, I think it's gonna be Thuram because Barella's not gonna be going, Bastoni's not gonna be going, Di Marco's not gonna be going, and Lautaro's not gonna be going. Those four are like untouchable. Inter can consider those four as untouchable.
I think like those are like.
Although Dumfries, actually, now that I think about it, I can see Dumfries leaving. I can see Dumfries going.
No,
it depends. It depends. Like, what's the most valuable players in this team, like market value wise?
Thuram is definitely one. Dumfries is probably another one. Pavard, I don't think Pavard's gonna leave. He would be valuable. I don't think he's gonna leave. That is not.
Yeah.
Like Pavard. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be either Dumfries or Thuram. I think it's gonna be one of those two. Aside from that, I really don't know.
Yeah, I can already see our director Beppe Marotta smoking that back on 100 mil or 100 mil plus for Thuram.
Well, Thuram, if it's 100 mil plus for Thuram, I think at that point we probably have to take it because as good as Thuram is, 100 million for him, I think that's
a lot. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Like that can we can buy a striker with that. We can buy a center back with that. We can we can use that money and buy some players with that. So
absolutely.
But if it's like anything below his release clause, which is 90 million euros, not worth it because we're not going to be that desperate.
All right, let's go through. Let's finish up the comments. Sorry, TJ say Inzaghi finally league title. Imagine Inter Milan with oil money. Dude, Inter Milan with oil money.
That is not possible in Serie. Serie hates that.
Possible. Serie is strictly against that.
No, but like he said, imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if that was Marotta with oil money, I mean, it's over for football at that point.
you know what? When I asked you guys earlier about Dynasty, the Inter would do a Dynasty if that happens.
No, like if that happened, if we had oil money, especially with the way we're run, like our directors and everything, not only would we be like a Dynasty in Serie, we'd probably be winning some Champions Leagues as well, if I'm being real.
Yes, definitely. I could see a tripleta back-to-back.
That's for Real Madrid. That's reserved for Real Madrid.
I'm joking, but a double could be possible.
Yeah, maybe.
Horses. We could. Okay. So let me. So we can still upgrade, keep winning. Think for the rest of the teams are also crap, so we can keep winning.
I feel like second we gotta see what happens. Although, we can definitely. I think every season every team has to always upgrade. Like even if they win like trophies each season, you gotta upgrade. You gotta always freshen them up. Like it's part of it.
Yeah. Winning against your cousins must feel even better.
Yes, especially since the cousin is unfortunately the devil.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, TJ said Inter Milan needs to improve in the Champions League next season.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. So fucking I
want to ask you guys this question. Do you guys think Inter had a really tough groups and like the tough round of 16, or do you think
the group personally? I think Inzaghi shouldn't have rotated against Sociedad on the final match day. Now, obviously, in hindsight, if we use hindsight, we would have gotten PSG if we topped the group. But I feel like PSG would have been a better match for Inter than Atletico, technically speaking. Yes. I think Inter could have beaten PSG personally. Like, if that happened. Now, obviously, in hindsight, we don't know what would have happened in the draw, but I just think that Inzaghi probably shouldn't have rested in that game. And if we got a draw and they topped the group, but that being said, that does not excuse we had a chance to beat Atletico and we didn't. So, a lot. It's Champions League is fine margins. It's fine.
Yeah, it's about moments.
It's about moments. Yeah. So, but we do need to improve in it next season. Now, let's say Inter somehow, let's say we talk. I know actually next season it's a different format, but let's say that Inter somehow draw like a Manchester City in round of 16 or a Real Madrid. I mean, if that happens, then I guess you can say if we get knocked out, okay, you know what, fair enough. But I think it's if it's anyone else. No disrespect to anyone else, but I think if it's anyone else, we should probably be trying to win because I think we can compete with these kind of teams. Even though this season, obviously, we lost against Atletico Madrid, but Champions League always has those kind of moments. So like that one time, in my opinion, shouldn't really base off. That shouldn't like completely undermine Inter's abilities as a team, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's move on to the next one. And you should have been Atletico Madrid. Oh yeah. Inter should have been the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but I always say this: like, no matter how much XG someone has and all of that, at the end of the day, what matters is the scoreline. And Atletico,
it doesn't.
That's just how it is.
At the end of the day, it's about how many you score. It doesn't matter how well you play. It doesn't matter how many chances you miss whatsoever. It's about scoring. This is Revenge 2022. Oh yeah, this is
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, Buckman was right. This is Revenge 2022.
So much writing in this.
Yeah, we bottled it to those
Sorry,
fucking
TJ says. Okay, Inter Milan might have to sell one key player. Yeah, congrats to the best team in Italy.
Thank you, legend. Top G.
Yeah. Taru TGA says you had to sell Lukaku and Hakimi after the 2021.
The thing is, at the time it was COVID though. There's no COVID, and we also made the Champions League final season before. So like our revenue is much better this season. So I think this year Inter is not going to be as financially crippled as last time. We're not going to be. So we probably won't have that kind of insane. Again, as I said, if someone offers an 100 million plus for Thuram, you take it. We have to take that at that point.
Yes.
But if it's anything below, we're not going to take it. And for Dumfries, I mean, Dumfries is more replaceable, especially with Tejan Buchanan. So
Oh yeah. By the way, I need to round the stream because I have something to attend. So let's quickly round this up. Tarigi says Onana leaves and Inter Milan wins the Serie A. Tarigi says Milan needs to sack them ball for Pioli. Yeah, Pioli's going to get sacked at the end of the season.
He's getting sacked anyway. It's been announced. He's getting sacked. Anyway.
Yeah. That guy overstayed his welcome. Let's keep it a stack. All right. The only reason he won the Serie A title disaster is because of Leao Magna. No, yeah, you gotta get credit tomorrow.
I consider that I might sound salty with this, but I consider that Milan side as the worst Scudetto winners in 21st century. I cannot remember, like, as much as I hate to say it, like a lot of the times Juve won. I mean, they had insane teams. So like, I've seen Milan win the Scudetto before in 2012, and that team was good. This team, the one that won in 21-22, I think that was a huge outlier.
What about the one that won 2020? That Milan Juventus team was awful. 2021.
Oh yeah, I agree, but I wasn't alive back then. So. Oh wait, you mean 2019-20 or which one?
Yeah, that season when the
Actually, I don't know. Ooh, that's actually a good one to think about. But I feel like that's at least they had CR7 and Dybala, so
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And Jamal's. But yeah, I mean, the main reason why Milan won that season was because of how good they were defensively and Inter kind of screwing things up.
No, I would say even if they were good defensively, Inter threw the shit away in that derby when Giroud scored.
I remember
that. Had our players been more focused in that second half.
After that derby, we dropped points against crap teams like Genoa, who dropped points against Fiorentina at home. We lost to Bologna. We lost to Sassuolo 2-0. I remember that. Like that March-April stretch was just absolutely horrendous. Like we bottled it so badly.
All right. Next up, Inter Milan still need new owners.
Hopefully.
What do you guys think?
Hopefully
someday, but right now we're still stuck with these Chinese assholes.
All right. Let's be respectful. Tari says, "Would you sell Martinez of 100?" Okay. Let me get some comments. Would you sell Martinez of 100 million plus offer comes?
Never.
No.
Symbol because of the team.
Whatever you might think about Lautaro, he embodies Inter. He is like an Inter player. Like if you think about it, he's an Argentinian attacker. That he embodies Inter so much. And like
he really does love Inter. He really does.
He does. He doesn't even want to move. Like his wife literally owns a restaurant in Milan. So like he doesn't want to. Like he's staying here.
Both of his children were born in Milano as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tari said Lukaku must regret what he did in the summer.
Well, we don't regret his decision.
I think Thuram will be so washed when he comes. I hope I'm wrong.
That's another thing. Like if we sell Thuram and like Taremi is gonna, I feel like Taremi Lautaro together will not work. Like it just gives me Dzeko Lautaro vibes so much. Taremi at best, I think, would be coming off the bench. If Inter not winning, last 15 minutes when you like cross the ball and just head it in. in crunch time.
Yeah.
Better than Arnautovic, though. He would be better than Arnautovic.
No,
I mean,
no,
that's obvious.
Dario, what you just said is absolutely yes. No one gives. That's really a shit statement because how the hell can you sell the one who is technically controlling the entire team and squad?
Yeah. Çalhanoğlu.
He's
Nah, I
literally-
don't think so. I think nah. He's very
No.
important. He's actually.
he-
I think he has been our best player this season.
Also, I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that. I don't. I
He's
feel
not
I feel
even that
Thuram is
valuable.
more-
Like he's 28 or 29.
Yeah. Thuram
Like
is
he
more
is
valuable.
Inter's most important player. Like he was our best player this season. This is like, and I think a lot of
absolutely
people.
no doubt about that.
Yeah, I hope Dumfries leave. Tajon will cook next season.
Hopefully,
Tajon is very raw. Like he has potential, but he's very raw. But he needs to be developed.
So thoughts. Well, let me just quickly answer this real quick because I do need to round this stream out very soon. So it would be nice to see if Bologna makes the Champions League. So hopefully they can.
They beat Roma
They
today. So that's a big result.
Yeah, on the road as well, which is crazy. The first leg by more than one goal. Yep, Bologna Champions League is cool. You can't count on AC Milan, Juventus for the title next season.
I wouldn't say that. Like I wouldn't because Juventus. I mean, Juventus have 36 league titles. Like you can never count them out if they're like.
You can never write
Milan. I mean, Milan. Like
let's see who their new coach is. Let's see who their new coach is.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like I know we have 6 wins in a row against Milan, but I'm always nervous for derby because a lot of times obviously we've been getting better of them now, but like you never know what's gonna happen. Like sometimes form goes out of the window in these kind of games, and today it got very worrying in the end later on. So like you never know.
Yeah, Milan need a world-class manager. I agree. A lot of Juve fans are saying that Thiago Motta's joined them. I don't know what their source is. Yeah, I heard a lot of that as well.
Why would Thiago Motta decide to manage the club that is the main hatred to the club that he became a legend for?
It's so funny. But
yeah, that's pretty ironic. Yeah. Tyler TJ said Milan didn't win.
Oh, right. Milan won it in 2011. I'm sorry. I just remember. They won it like right after Inter won the treble. They won it.
Yeah, that 1920 Juventus team has 2 or 7 Dybala at least. True. Martinez should never take penalties again for Inter Milan.
That has been like we've been saying it. Like he should not be anywhere near penalty. We actually need some penalty takers though. In this
I mean, he can sometimes against maybe smaller teams like Spezia and so on. But
I knew every single Inter fan knew he was missing.
My point is, he definitely should not take penalties against top teams in very, very important and crucial matches.
When he was going up for that Atleti penalty, every Inter fan was saying, including me, like he's missing. He was missing. We all knew.
But the weird thing is, he's good for penalties for Argentina. That's the weird thing.
Yeah,
but I wish that would switch around the opposite way.
Yeah. Serie should be a bench player. What strikers would you take to replace Thuram? I guess Seremi's a replacement, right?
We probably buy someone else also. I don't know. This striker.
I can't think of anyone else. That's the problem.
I heard Mbappe is a free agent this summer.
I saw him with Scamacca. Nah, I don't think
Scamacca should have come. He should have been a striker this season, but unfortunately,
I don't think Scamacca. I don't think Scamacca's good enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah. He's a target man. Like he's not gonna hold up play or anything. He's just gonna be in the box waiting for No.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we'll round up here. So hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Once again, congratulations to Inter for winning the Serie A.
Thank you.
And yeah, man, congratulations, man. And yeah, remember guys to like and subscribe. And let's see how many likes we're on before round up for today's stream. Hopefully we got up to 10 likes. We're on 8 likes. Let's see. Come on. We're at 8 likes. Okay. I think people are watching the replay. So hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
See ya.